welcome to The Author's Secrets, the truth behind the tales. I'm your host, Dawson Dunn. Today we'll be taking a look behind Savvy, a book by Ingrid Law. And here she is now. Please, take a seat. Thank you for coming, Ingrid. It's so nice to meet you.
Thank you for having me.
We have some questions for you, Ingrid. The first question is, what convinced you to write such a vivid, suspenseful book?
Well, I was just trying to think of something that would be interesting to the readers.
It's interesting. We have an email from one of your fans who sent a question about you in the book. Here's the question. What is the hardest part when you were writing the book from Elena in upstate New York?
Mibs, Savvy was the hardest.
Coming up with it?
Yeah.
What do you do in your free time?
I hang out with friends and go to the movies.
So I've heard you wrote one other book and are writing another that are in the Savvy series. Is that true? And if so, who are the main characters in the books? Like how Mids and Will Jr. were in Savvy?
It is true. Yes, it was true.
Interesting. We have one more question for you before you go. Did writing this book make you feel empowered at all?
Yes, it did.
Okay. Well, thank you, Ingrid. Next, we have two characters from the book. Please welcome Roberta Meeks and Mississippi Vermont. I'm also told that we were being visited by Samson. Is that true?
Yes.
It appears we've lost Samson. Where is he? Oh! Samson, what are you doing? Okay. Goodbye.
Bye.
Samson. Goodbye. Okay. Well, so Mississippi Vermont and Roberta Meeks.
Oh, I go by Mibs.
Okay.
And I go by Bobby.
Well, sorry, girls. Anyway, we have some questions for both of you. But first, let's start with Mims. So, Mims, here's a question. It's about Will Jr., and I'm sure a lot of people are wondering, is there by any chance a romance blossom between you two?
Well, I'm not really sure yet. I mean, a lot of things happened between me and Will on that crazy trip to save my papa. But I think eventually, as you said before, Dawson, romance will blossom.
Well, Mims, how did you feel when Bobby and Will Jr. found out that your family had special know-hows, as you like to call them?
Well, at first I was nervous that I'd lose my only friends because they knew about my family and our know-hows or savvies, as we call them, and they think we're weird or not want to be with us, around us. But in the end, I was very happy and because they knew we had savvies and they liked us because of them.
So what do you think Samson and Gypsy Savage will be when they turn 13?
Well, we've kind of already experienced what Samson can do. So I'm kind of guessing he's going to be invisibility and sharing strength because when he pats your arm or holds your hand, you feel so much better. Gypsies, on the other hand, will be harder. But I think it will be something like changing the weather or turning into animals on Will.
All right, thank you, Mims. And now we have some questions for Bobby. Bobby, why do you like bubblegum so much? Because you're always chewing it.
Because sometimes I get bored, like I might get hungry, so I still have a taste.
Another question. Bobby, what was your first reaction when you learned that the Beaumont family had savvies?
I mean, I was a little freaked out, but like after I really got to know like how helpful they could be, I kind of got used to it.
Well, thank you, Bobby and Mims. All right. Up next, we have a reviewer from Publishers Weekly. Allison, come on out here. Take a seat.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you for coming out here tonight. We have some questions for you here that we'd like to ask you. What were your emotions when you were reading throughout this book?
Well, I was sad and happy, but it really depends on when I was reading and what I was reading.
What would you do if the savvies that the Beaumont family had were real?
Well, I would hope that if anyone had a savvy that no one would turn evil.
Now for our next question, we're gonna test out Mib's savvy, and that is if you have ink on like a body part or something, she can read your mind. So we're gonna have Mibs draw something on your hand. And now, Allison, think in your head, how many stars would you give this book? And we're gonna have Mibs say it for us.
4.5.
Wow.
That was it. I would give this book 4.5 stars because I really think that Ingrid Law is an excellent writer, but this isn't one of my most favorite book.
Could you wash it off now?
Yeah, sorry.
Thanks.
Yeah. Would you read the next book in the series?
Yeah, because I really enjoyed the first book.
If you could describe this book in 2 words, what would they be?
Magical and adventurous.
Well, thank you, Allison. That's it for this episode of The Author's Secrets, The Truth Behind the Tales. I'm your host, Dawson Dunn. See you next time.